What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and I am very happy to bring you today's video because we finally have an update and an ending to my situation with the Toyota Tacoma. If you've been keeping up with my content, you'd know that I recently purchased the 2019 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport, and this was supposed to be the purchase of my obtainable dream truck, but the entire experience just turned out to be a disaster. In short, I was scammed by the dealership. They sold me a damaged vehicle as new, but we're not going to go too deep into that because I've already made a dedicated video to the situation. I'll link that in the cards above and in the description down below if you're interested in checking that out for yourself. For this video, I'd just like to give you an update on the situation. Well, if you read the title of this video, it's pretty obvious. I was successfully able to get rid of the TRD Sport, and I'm now in a brand new, fresh off the delivery truck, 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Now, this is not a review video for the 2020 TRD Pro. That is coming very soon, so make sure to subscribe to this channel for that. Today, let's just talk about how I got here. First, let's do a quick recap. Within days of ownership of the TRD Sport, a window malfunctioned and wouldn't roll all the way up. There was rust on the frame, there was damage to the bumper, and there were other things involving false advertisements as far as what the dealership was selling. Immediately after discovering all these problems with the TRD Sport, I contacted the dealership where I purchased it from. They were able to fix the window but didn't want to be held accountable for anything else. They actually told me that they didn't inspect the vehicle before selling it to me, so there was no way of verifying where the damages came from. Well, you would think that this is a major red flag and enough for them to step in and admit some fault, but no, they pretty much put all of the blame on me. After this, I took advantage of my platform, made a YouTube video, and it went viral in its own rights. After that, a lot of you guys actually commented on the video and left different suggestions, so let's just go over some of those. The first one we're going to talk about, and a very popular suggestion, was to contact Toyota Corporate. Long story short, Corporate wasn't going to do anything. All they could do was contact the dealership and tell them to contact me in an attempt to resolve everything. But the way that this system works is that Corporate makes a claim with the dealership, and the dealership has to respond. Well, the dealership did respond because it's all digital. So the dealership told Corporate that they had already contacted me and resolved the entire situation. But of course, they had done no such thing. At the end of the day, all Corporate can really do is suggest that the dealership do something about it, but they can't really force them to do anything. Many of you suggested that I go this route because that's what you did and it actually helped you out. But unfortunately, I can't say that for my particular situation. I don't know if that's just how it is now or just with my particular situation, but Corporate really had no ability to do anything, and that's a shame because they are giving way too much power to these dealerships, and some of them are just out here ruining the Toyota name. Another very popular suggestion was to utilize my state's lemon law. Let me just say that some of the people who suggested this, I think just misinterpreted my situation, or maybe they just misinterpreted what lemon law is in the first place. From the start, I really didn't think that lemon law would apply to my particular situation, but I contacted some of the state's biggest lemon law lawyers anyways to just cover my bases. Of course, it ended up just being that these lawyers didn't want to take on the case because they didn't think that it would apply for lemon law. And from my standpoint, if people who specialize in this branch of law, people who make a living doing this, don't think that it applies, then it's pretty much a wash. At the end of the day, I just really didn't want to go the legal route because it could have possibly added months to this situation that I just wanted to end. I have a life to live outside of this truck, so I just wanted to find an alternative solution. At this point, I had largely given up on the situation until one morning I woke up to a few different emails. One email was from a representative of Toyota USA, and the other a representative from Toyota of Olympia, another local dealership. Both parties had seen my original video and wanted to help in any way possible. I spent the entire day working with both parties and at the end of the day got what I needed from Toyota of Olympia. They straight up asked me what they could do to help, and I told them that I, first of all, wanted to get rid of the TRD Sport. When I bought the Sport, I actually wanted the 2020s, but my original salesman told me that they wouldn't even be available till January of 2020, so there was no point in waiting, and if I bought the 2019 right there, they would give me a discount. Not wanting to wait another half a year or so, I jumped on the offer, but wouldn't you know it, right after I bought the 2019, the 2020s started rolling into their dealership. I'm pretty sure now that this was just a blatant lie and not a misunderstanding on the salesman's part because I was briefly shown their inventory system and they know months ahead of time about incoming cars. They know when a vehicle is being built and are given an estimated arrival time. So either this salesman just doesn't know how his own dealership operates or he was lying to me. You be the judge. Anyways, Toyota of Olympia was giving me the opportunity to get into a new truck, and I knew right away that I wanted a 2020 Toyota Tacoma. But since I had to go through this entire ordeal, I wanted to see if they can sweeten up the deal anymore, and how can you sweeten up a Tacoma any more than the TRD Pro, the top dog of the entire line. After communicating with Toyota of Olympia for a few days to work out the small details, and of course to find the right truck, I now own this, the 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. I absolutely love this truck, and I know that I said that the TRD Sport was my dream truck, but I more so meant the Tacoma line in general, because when I was growing up, that's what my dad had, and that's what I most associate with him in terms of a vehicle, and this is just another way of remembering him. But man, this TRD Pro blows the Sport out of the water. This thing is absolutely insane. Funny enough, at the time when my original video hit about 130,000 views, I started to get contacted by other parties. I was actually contacted by the vice president of Silajet, and he just wanted to apologize for the situation and to see if there was anything that he could do to help. I want to make it clear that although I mentioned Silajet in my original video, they did nothing wrong in this situation. It was just a matter of the finance manager falsely advertising the product to get me to buy it. He sold Silajet as something completely different than what it is. I just wanted the people of Silajet to be aware of the situation to possibly prevent this from happening in the future. Surprisingly, I even got a call from the dealership where I bought the TRD Sport. One of the managers contacted me to see if there was anything that they could do to fix this situation. I told them that another dealership was already on it and they were getting me in a 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, and if they really wanted to fix the situation, they would get me into the same vehicle for an even exchange. If I had to spend any extra money, why would I give it to the original dealership that scammed me? I would rather give it to the people at Toyota of Olympia who went out of their way, who were not even involved in this situation, and really tried to make me happy. After explaining my wants, the manager told me that he would have to contact his higher-ups to get approval, this and that. There was a lot of waiting. Every day I had to call in and check to see, hey, is there an update? Day after day, nothing. Then a week later, they wanted me to come in. I thought, yes, this is it. We're finally going to put an end to all of this. It turned out to be the complete opposite. I met with the general manager of the dealership, and he somehow made a bad situation even worse. He came off the bat super confrontational and just stayed there the entire time. At the end of the day, their offer was just really insulting, and with the bad service that I have received and continue to receive, there was no way that I was going to do business with them. I was willing to give them a chance, but this has turned out to be a huge waste of time. Since immigrating to America, my family and I have been doing business at this particular dealership for about 20 years. We've bought a number of vehicles from them, and if this relationship could be saved, that's great. But after all of this, I can tell you right now that I will never do business at this particular dealership again. I left a lot, called Toyota of Olympia, and told them that we were on. The Super White TRD Pro came in a week later, and I went to pick it up. I'm loving this vehicle right now. It's not only everything that I could want in a Tacoma, but it also represents closure. This is now a symbol that this entire ordeal is over, and I can move forward and actually enjoy my truck. And for this, I have a few people to thank. First, to all the employees at Toyota of Olympia who took the time to contact me and ultimately got this entire situation resolved. Based on some of the comments that I got in my previous video, it seems that some of you out there just think that car dealerships are the epitome of evil. And I'm telling you right now, if you are in the area, give Toyota of Olympia a chance. They will completely change your mind. They've exhibited above and beyond customer service and have provided me with the best overall experience that I've ever had with not only a car dealership, but really any business. They contacted me about this situation and tried to fix it, even though they had nothing to do with it. They actually took a loss in helping me when they bought my TRD Sport back at full price. Above all this, it's not like they were trying to help me to get anything out of it. They didn't ask me to promote their dealership or anything like that, but I will because I had that good of an experience with them. If you guys are interested in buying any Toyota on this side of Washington, definitely check out Toyota of Olympia. The best workers giving the best customer service, bar none. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of you guys who watched my original video. People who liked it, commented, shared it around. You guys really brought a lot of attention to this situation and helped me to get it to the right people. Thank you so much. Words cannot explain how grateful I am because I know for a fact, without you guys, there's no way that anything would have accomplished from this situation. And lastly, for anyone in a similar situation or even worse, if I've learned anything from this, it's to make yourself be heard. Spread your story as far and wide as possible. Let everyone know and bring attention to the people who have harmed you. It's not going to be easy, and it's very likely not going to be quick, because for me personally, it took months before I even got the attention of anyone. There were a lot of unanswered emails, a lot of disregarded phone calls, a lot of time spent just trying to be heard. Be relentless, because remember, this is your money on the line. You worked hard for it, and you deserve to get exactly what was advertised to you and what you paid for. Thank you again for all the help, and now that this situation is over, I hope to bring you guys a lot of great new content in the future, especially those with the TRD Pro. As always, give this video a like, share it around, comment down below with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.